Hello everyone and welcome to the Street Talk. I'm your girl Street and I'm back with another video. Make sure that you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can be aware of when I drop more hot videos. Now the streets are on fire and it is all about Power Book 2 Ghost, baby. Now if you guys have not seen episode 6, do not worry. I am doing a full breakdown of the episode, and we must keep in mind that we only have 4 episodes left. So you know us Power fans are going to dissect episode 6 down to the ground. So it kicked off with Saxe meeting up with Davis. And Davis was all about his business because he showed up looking just like Method Man, baby. But they are basically reviewing their plan in order to get Tasha set free and Tariq to go to jail. So the stage that they are at now are selecting jurors for the trial. Now the next scene shows Tariq, who is early for class. And when I say early, I don't mean on time. Surprisingly, he is there way before class begins, but he gets a call from his mom, Tasha, and she tells Tariq how she's willing to take the deal. And her and Tariq go back and forth because Tariq really wants his mom to trust Davis that he is able to get her off. But class begins and Tariq hangs up with Tasha, and the students have a healthy debate in regards to the lock versus hop theory, good versus evil. And this is a deep topic because it makes Tariq really think. He has family members, loved ones, and friends who are genuinely good-hearted people, but the type of game that they are in, sometimes they make bad decisions. Now, Saxe and Davis are approached by the judge, who is telling them to play nice during the trial because Saxe and Davis both have the same type of win-win attitude. They play hard, they go hard, and they hate to lose. But the talks of a mistrial began to circulate, and Saxe's colleague Steven is not feeling it at all. And also Davis' colleague Paula is questioning the mistrial too, because in her opinion, a mistrial is a loss, but Davis is telling her that he is fine with the mistrial. So Saxe and Davis is not telling their peers what is really going on with their secret deal, but Davis asks Paula to get him prepped for Saxe's first witness, and this is where episode 6 took a major turn. Now, Paula asks Davis who is Francis Johnson, and lo and behold, 2-Bit walks in, baby. 2-Bit is a fan favorite from Power Book 1 with Ghost and Tommy, and he was Tommie's right-hand man at the time. He was dedicated and loyal, and fans are saying that this is a good segue leading up to Tommie's book that he will also be having with Power. So Saxe meets up with 2-Bit, but we all know that 2-Bit is not a snitch, so this situation will not work. But there was a certain twist in this because Davis gets in 2-Bit's ear and offers him the gift of a century if he listens to him and Blanca, because we all know that Blanca still is coming for Saxe's neck. So Davis told 2-Bit that he would take his case for free if he go along with what they're trying to do, and he will have all charges dropped, and 2-Bit can be back home in Queens moving weight by the end of the week. Now the next scene shows Monet, who is calling down her children Drew and Diana because she wants them to go to work with her. But these kids are just not feeling it, you guys. They are so tired of this family business. They just want to be young adults and have fun and hang out. But Monet is still pissed about them attending that Stanford party because she knows Drew is messing around with Everett, and she also knows that Diana is feeling Tariq. So she threw shots at them saying how they like to keep secrets and how they are in and out of people's feels bad. Now, Kane caught wind to what Monet was saying, and he had a complete tantrum. So Kane began to flip out on Drew because he feels as if Drew is going along with this alleged relationship between Tariq and Diana. And then Diana gets mad at Drew because he's making it seem as if Monet was talking about her and Tariq when she was really talking about Drew and Everett. Now, I've told you guys before that Kane is a hot mess. He is a hothead and he has a very jealous heart. But we all know that he does not care about going up to that college and acting a complete fool, honey. So he grabs his gun, and we all know that he is headed to Tariq because he really believes that Tariq is messing around with his sister, Diana. Now, Tariq arrives at Lauren's dorm room because she left something in class, and I don't know about you guys, but I am not feeling this relationship, friendship between Tariq and Lauren. I just don't get her yet, and I don't understand what Tariq sees in her. But just when they were going to have an intimate moment, her boyfriend Malcolm knocks at the door. Now, Power fans cannot stand Malcolm. They feel as if he is a major cock blocker, but I don't understand how, because he is Lauren's boyfriend. Now, does he pop up at the wrong time when Lauren is trying to get down and dirty with Tariq? Yes, he does. And I believe this is why I do not like Lauren. She cannot be trusted. Now, this next upcoming scene is the moment that I have been waiting for, and it was based on Brayden approaching his brother Trace about walking in their dorm room and stealing pills. Now, Brayden's brother is a big time goofy to me. I mean, he is a major cornball. He could care less that he stole from his own brother. It's nothing but pills. Brayden will get over it. They're rich. They're privileged. But Brayden is very upset about this because those pills are accounted for. So they began to go back and forth. They even had a tussle on the floor. And the next thing you know, Kane walks in with guns blazing. Kane begins to demand to know where Tariq is. This makes Trace and Brayden kind of scared, but Brayden accidentally mentions that he knows who Kane is, and this sets Kane to a different level of festivity because now he feels as if people are talking about him and no one should know who he is. He pulls out a gun on Trace and Brayden, and he demands that they get in his car because he's going to teach them a lesson. And this is where the episode gets really, really gangster. So before Brayden and Trace was escorted out by hot-headed Kane, Brayden knocked over the chessboard in hopes that when Tariq came home, he'll be able to see that Kane was present in their dorm room. So I hope you guys did not forget that Drew and Diana are still at work and they are not happy about it. Monet is trying to teach her kids a lesson because she feels as if they are spoiled. They reap the benefits of the business, but they do not want to put in the hard work. But Drew begins to receive back-to-back text messages from his boo Everett, and he is ready to take off. But Diana is trying to convince Drew to stick it out because she doesn't want to cause any more confusion between the family, and she is trying to get back in Monet's good graces. But honestly speaking, Drew could care less about chopping up some dope and counting some money, baby. He is trying to get a hold to that man Everett. And so when he arrives over there, they begin to have a personal discussion as to why Everett downplayed their relationship at the party. Needless to say, Drew and Everett agreed to disagree, and then they began to get into some things. Now, when I was reading the comments, a lot of Power fans are not happy with the love scenes that are taking place between Drew and Everett. many feel as if the homosexuality scenes takes away from the dynamics of power. Scenes like this, as well as many others, are becoming a hot topic, but whether people may like it or not, this is the real deal, and power writers are known for giving us real life situations, and this happens to be one of them. Now, Everett receives a knock at the door, and he tells Drew it is his tutor. So when Drew looks at the study guide, he notices his family's product, and now Tariq has been exposed for his tutoring app. Finally, Tariq arrives at the dorm. He notices that the door is cracked. He walks in and he sees messy Riley. Now, she is going through Tariq's things so she can have something to tell Sax, but she tells Tariq that she is looking for Brayden and he's not around. She's been trying to reach him. So Tariq questions Riley on why she didn't call Brayden's phone, and when she does, Tariq notices that Brayden's phone has been left in the dorm, and he also notices that the chessboard has been knocked over a little bit. So now Tariq is beginning to think what really happened to Brayden, but he is not folding. He is trying to keep his cool in front of Riley because he knows she is very messy and talkative. Now, Riley is still trying to dig things out of Tariq, but he is holding his ground. But she slips up and tells Tariq that she did drug him. Now, I told you guys a few videos back that Riley was going to do this. So if Davis and Sax is truly trying to get Tariq locked up, if he keeps this bit of information to himself, it could possibly help him with his case, especially if Riley keeps spilling all the beans. So Monet arrives back at the warehouse and she notices that Drew is gone. And of course, sweet little Diana tells Monet how she tried to get Drew to stay, but how he didn't want to listen. But she also hints to Monet that she can go find Drew and bring him back. Now, Diana is using this as an excuse because she can go get Drew and she could sneak off to go see Tariq. Now, Monet knows what Diana is up to, but she goes along with it because Monet is trying to keep Diana and Drew in line. So Diana goes to Everett's room and she tells Drew exactly what Monet said. Drew then turns and tells Diana about Tariq's tutoring app. Diana then goes to visit Tariq, but Tariq does not let her in the room because he has this whole situation going on. Nosy Riley is in there, Brayden is missing, and Diana assumes that Tariq is shading her because maybe Lauren is in the room, but she dangles Tariq's tutoring app over his head, and Tariq asks her not to tell Monet, but we all know that Diana is going to tell because she really hates the way that Tariq is treating her. He doesn't give her any attention, and how his eyes are set on Lauren. So Diana runs to Monet to snitch on Tariq's tutoring app. She wants Monet to shut Tariq completely down. See, Diana is trying to use her power to control Tariq, like Monet has told her in the past, but Monet is already up on game and she shuts Diana completely down. She tells her that the app is a genius move and that it is making them money. So Monet questions Diana's motives and she asks if her and Tariq are sleeping around, and Diana denied everything. So Monet is asking her to put her emotions to the side and keep everything with Tariq about business. Now, Kane thought that he was on to something when he dropped Trace and Brayden off in the hood to sell his product, but he did not know that Brayden is a very likable person. And when Brayden rolled up on these group of guys, they kind of took a liking to Brayden. I mean, they smoked a blunt, he got his product off, but his brother Trace did not have such good luck. he got attacked. Braden had to come and save him. But needless to say, when they all got back in the car, Kane was pulled over by the police. Now, Kane does not know that he has two Westons in his car that are well known, whose family has strong ties in the community and the school. But when the officer pulled up on Kane, Kane noticed that it was Officer Ramirez. Now, Kane does not like Ramirez because remembering Tariq put it in his head that maybe Ramirez and Monet was messing around. But Ramirez tries to tell Kane that he is overreacting, that he has two Westons in his car, and this could cause a whole lot of trouble for the family business. Kane gets real cocky with Ramirez and claims that he is paying him, and Ramirez had to chin check Kane and let him know that Lorenzo is paying him, Kane, and his mom, Monet. Now, this is not the first time that Ramirez has saved Kane from trouble. I'm starting to think that maybe Ramirez is Kane's real father. So Ramirez shows up at Monet's place and they have a conversation about Kane's actions. And Ramirez points out to Monet that maybe Kane needs a male figure in his life and how he can help. But Monet shuts him all the way down and tells him that Kane belongs to Lorenzo and how she belongs to Lorenzo. Now, this scene right here has caused a lot of controversy in the Power Book 2 world because now people are speculating about who Kane's real father is. So Kane comes home and Monet and him gets into a very heated argument about Kane's actions and how his behavior can affect the family business. I mean, the argument was so heated to where Drew and Diana came downstairs and Kane pushes Monet down to the ground. And this is where the whole episode took a left turn. Now, Kane visits Lorenzo in prison and he's telling him what transpired between him and Monet, and Lorenzo basically takes Monet's side. He tells Kane that he understands that he is a man, but he needs to respect and obey Monet because while he is locked up, Monet is running the show. He also tells Kane that he can learn a lot from Monet, and when his time comes, he'll be able to run the business as well. So they hugged it out, and Kane assumed that everything was squashed. But while Kane was leaving out the door, the guards turned off the security cameras and they gave Kane the business. It was blood everywhere and Kane deserved every single bit of it, in my opinion. But when Kane looked up to see who sent the attack, he noticed Lorenzo standing over him, and Lorenzo said a key word to Kane. He said, "Do not ever hit my wife." Keywords, you guys, my wife. Now the trial has officially started and 2-Bit is on the stand and he is being questioned by Sax. And when I tell you that he is giving Sax the business, he is giving Sax the business. He is answering all the questions correctly. So Blanca really did 2-Bit a favor by rehearsing all the questions before the trial took place, and this looks like a win-win for Davis, but Sax knows that something is literally going wrong with this trial because he can notice a lot of twists and turns with 2-Bit's story. But 2-Bit mentioned Tariq in his statement, and this made Tasha very, very nervous because she doesn't have a clue as to why 2-Bit is even mentioning Tariq's name in her trial. So Tasha reaches out to Tariq and tells him what's going on, and she asks him what is his relationship with 2-Bit. Now, Tasha is a very smart woman. I'm just hoping that she'll be able to figure out Sax's and Davis' plan before it gets too late. Now we can see the prison doors are being opened and 2-Bit is officially released from prison. So what do you guys think? Please let me know how you feel down below in the comment section. Will Davis and Saxe plan to take down Tariq work? Will Monet and Kane's relationship be able to go back to a positive place? Will Brayden turn into the next Tommie? Is Lorenzo really Kane's son, or is it Officer Ramirez? And will 2-Bit be able to tell Tommie about Tasha and Tariq? So make sure you leave a comment, and thank you for tuning into the Street Talk. I'm your girl Street, and I'll be back with another video. Peace.